Love the Eagles as much as we do? Then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. The whole football world woke up buzzing today after Tyreek Hill, in the middle of what seemed like a casual livestream moment, hinted at something so explosive that fans barely had time to process what they heard. Without even trying to create suspense, Hill casually dropped the line that he was already on the way to Philly, a sentence so simple yet so powerful that it sent the entire NFL community into a frenzy. People immediately began clipping the segment, spreading it across social media as if it were a leaked blockbuster trailer. And while Hill didn't dive into details, the tone in his voice suggested confidence rather than speculation, almost as if the deal was done long before anyone outside the inner circle had a clue. What makes the situation even more interesting is how relaxed he seemed while saying it, as if confirming a long-expected reunion rather than announcing one of the most shocking moves in recent seasons. Fans from Philadelphia started celebrating instantly, choosing to believe every syllable, while fans from Miami demanded clarity, wondering how such a transition could have unfolded under the radar. The entire league feels like it has been thrown into a whirlwind of possibilities, all from one unexpected moment. Rumors grew even louder when a few teammates and former colleagues of Hill reacted with curious emojis on social media, fueling speculation that they had been aware of something brewing behind the scenes. The Eagles' fan base, always passionate and vocal, erupted into chaotic excitement, imagining how Hill's speed and explosiveness would blend with the team's offensive scheme. The buzz grew so intense that sports podcasts began dropping emergency episodes, some hosts admitting they didn't even know whether the comment was intentional or something Hill let slip without meaning to. What adds a layer of mystery is the timing. The Eagles are in a transitional phase, searching for that one element to ignite their offense, and Hill, with his game-changing ability, fits that need almost too perfectly. People started arguing whether Hill was being literal, metaphorical, or simply teasing the audience, but the way he smirked during the live stream made everything feel like calculated messaging. No official statements have been released, but insiders claim that if Hill truly confirmed his arrival, it would represent one of the most electrifying shifts in recent memory. For now, fans remain glued to their screens, unwilling to miss any detail that might confirm what suddenly feels possible. While nothing concrete has been acknowledged by the Eagles organization, Philadelphia locals say things feel different this time. Sports bars have already turned the rumor into an unofficial holiday, with fans debating potential jersey numbers, offensive formations, and media narratives before anything is finalized. Hill's reputation as a game-breaker brings with it the allure of instant transformation, and the idea of him lining up with Philadelphia's current roster has created a kind of dreamlike excitement among supporters. Even neutral fans are intrigued by how such a high-profile WR could seamlessly fit into one of the league's most unpredictable offensive systems. Hill's own body language during his live stream sounded less like speculation and more like celebration, as if he had been waiting for the right moment to reveal something monumental. Some analysts are even suggesting that Hill's statement wasn't just a personal confirmation, but also a strategic move to pressure both teams into transparency. The lack of denial from anyone close to the situation only intensifies the belief that something big is happening. With all the noise, all the whispers, and all the frantic scrolling through social feeds, it feels as if the sports world is quietly preparing itself for a seismic shift that could redefine the upcoming season. The conversation took another twist when fans noticed that Hill had liked several posts featuring Eagles imagery, including one with the caption, "Speed City coming to Philly." The digital detective work grew intense, with people tracking flight patterns, analyzing background details from Hill's videos, and even zooming in on reflections in his sunglasses. While some of these efforts border on comical, they underline the magnitude of Hill's cultural impact and how desperately fans want clarity. The idea of him joining the Eagles doesn't just spark excitement. It reshapes expectations for the entire NFC. Imagine defensive coordinators trying to sleep at night, knowing that Hill's acceleration is now something they must prepare for twice a year. The uncertainty only adds fuel to the speculation. And with the media swirling around the narrative, the momentum behind the rumor feels unstoppable. Whether Hill intentionally orchestrated this storm or simply stumbled into it, the results are the same. Fans are convinced something massive is brewing. The anticipation is almost unbearable, and even rival fan bases admit that the potential move would electrify the league in ways rarely seen. Even more unexpected was the reaction from former Chiefs fans, many of whom still hold affection for Hill's early career highlights. They seem torn between nostalgia and disbelief, as if watching an alternate timeline unfold where Hill's career keeps branching into unpredictable chapters. Conversations online drifted toward what this means for the Eagles' offensive identity, especially considering their history of bold roster decisions. Some claim the team has been building toward a moment like this, a superstar arrival capable of redefining expectations overnight. Hill's unique combination of swagger, charisma, and elite athleticism makes him a perfect fit for a city that thrives on passionate personalities. Philadelphia doesn't just want stars. It wants stars who embrace the bright lights, the loud crowds, and the relentless demands. Hill, with his fiery spirit, seems to embody exactly what the city adores. This rumor has grown beyond just football. It's become a cultural moment, something fans are using to fuel their excitement for the coming season, even if nothing has been made official yet. And with all that said, the tension reached its peak when Hill doubled down later in the evening, responding to a fan who asked if he was joking. His reply, short, cryptic, and delivered with a grin, only intensified speculation. It wasn't a denial, nor was it a clear confirmation, but simply enough to keep the entire internet hooked. The Eagles community has fully embraced the narrative, creating mock graphics, hype videos, and fan edits that depict Hill in midnight green as if the announcement were already finalized. Meanwhile, analysts say that even if negotiations were real, the sudden explosion of attention could accelerate timelines or complicate discussions depending on the personalities involved. For now, though, fans choose to believe the momentum, trusting that Hill's words weren't accidental. Every second feels like the calm before a storm, the kind of moment where something big is about to drop. Whether intentional or not, TYREEK Hill has managed to pull the entire football world into his orbit, and everyone is waiting for the next clue. The day after TYREEK Hill's surprising comment, the atmosphere around the league didn't calm down. Instead, it intensified like someone had poured gasoline on an already blazing fire. Reporters camped outside training facilities, hoping to catch any facial expression or offhand remark that might confirm the rumor. Even casual fans felt the shift, waking up to dozens of notifications from group chats buzzing about the potential move. The Eagles fan base, known for embracing chaos with enthusiasm, treated the situation like a collective mission, dissecting every possible detail. Supporters imagined Hill catching deep bombs under the bright lights of Lincoln Financial Field, sending the crowd into absolute pandemonium. The sheer magnitude of what could happen turned ordinary talk shows into heated debate zones. Despite the uncertainty, one thing was clear. Hill knows how to move the needle. His voice, his confidence, his timing, all combined to create an unstoppable wave of intrigue. As the chatter continued, former teammates began posting cryptic messages that fans wasted no time turning into evidence. A few simply posted hourglass emojis, suggesting that something big was just a matter of time. Others posted fire emojis, which only fueled dreams of Hill sparking a new era in Philadelphia. The rumor grew to the point where Philadelphia residents joked that the city's energy felt like it does before a playoff game. Even commuters on the subway were overheard debating potential lineup combinations and imagining defensive schemes drawn up to handle Hill's lightning speed. The viral nature of the news revealed how tightly fans hold on a hope for a transformative piece. Whether true or not, the idea of Hill arriving made people feel that something monumental was on the horizon. And that feeling alone has kept the rumor alive, spreading like wildfire across social platforms and sports communities. Inside barbershops, gyms, and coffee shops, People discussed the rumor as if it were already fact, and the tone of the conversation shifted from disbelief to strategizing. Fans dove deep into hypothetical game plans, mapping out ways Hill could stretch defenses and open opportunities for players already on the roster. The excitement wasn't just about the potential acquisition. It was about what it symbolized. A move like this would signal the Eagles' commitment to building an offense that plays with swagger, speed, and explosiveness. For many supporters, Hill represents a piece of football mythology, a star who changes the geometry of the field. The thought of him slicing through defenses in midnight green brings a thrill that fans haven't felt in years. Whether it's realistic, whether it's already in motion, or whether it's purely fantasy, doesn't even matter right now. The rumor itself has become entertainment, a storyline richer than anything scripted. Meanwhile, fans from rival teams reacted with a mix of dread and fascination. Cowboys fans in particular were vocal, expressing disbelief at the possibility of Hill entering their division. Some insisted it could never happen, calling it attention bait. Others nervously admitted that if the rumor were true, the balance of power in the NFC East could shift dramatically. Social media became a battleground where fan bases traded jokes, memes, and predictions. Yet beneath the humor, there was genuine concern. Hill is the kind of player who forces opponents to rethink everything. Defensive coordinators would have to prepare for sleepless nights, adjusting strategies to contain not just a fast receiver, but a game-breaking, momentum-shifting threat. Even the faint possibility of Hill joining the Eagles has turned into a psychological advantage, making rival fans brace for impact in ways they never expected. In Philadelphia, people began paying attention to Hill's every digital move. Every like, every comment, every subtle gesture became a clue, real or imagined. The excitement transformed into a community-wide investigation. Fans asked whether Hill was simply enjoying the chaos or subtly signaling something brewing behind the scenes. Even skeptics admitted that the energy around the city felt unusual, almost like the sense of anticipation before a major announcement. But the most intriguing part is that Hill himself has offered no clarifying statement. His silence, paired with that one bold comment, has left the door wide open for speculation to run wild. This uncertainty created a rare kind of thrill, the feeling that the story could pivot at any moment from rumor to reality. And as long as Hill keeps quiet, fans will continue to believe that something major is happening beneath the surface. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The excitement reached another level when fans began gathering near the Eagles' facility, not because they expected Hill to show up, but simply to feel part of the moment. Some brought cameras, others wore jerseys, and a few even brought homemade signs welcoming Hill to Philadelphia despite having no official confirmation. It felt like a festival, a collective breath being held as the city waited for answers. Whether Hill's words were intentional, whether he was teasing, or whether something more significant is unfolding behind the scenes remains unknown. But the energy he created is undeniable. A single comment has captivated millions, turning a normal news cycle into a dramatic storyline filled with hope, speculation, and electric anticipation. And until the truth comes out, fans will continue living inside this thrilling rumor, savoring every second. The buzz surrounding Tyreek Hill's supposed move to the Eagles only intensified as the days went on, turning the rumor into something that felt almost mythical. People started sharing stories as if they had insider connections, claiming they'd heard whispers from someone close to the situation, even when those details were clearly exaggerated or entirely made up. But that's the power of a superstar like Hill. His name alone can ignite imaginations. Talk shows began leaning into the drama, letting callers vent their theories and predictions, creating an atmosphere that felt more like a conspiracy unraveling than a traditional sports conversation. The fascination wasn't just about whether the move was real, but about how unexpectedly the whole situation unfolded. One moment Hill was casually speaking on a live stream, and the next, An entire city was piecing together clues like detectives in a thriller. Whether fans were hopeful, skeptical, or simply entertained, everyone seemed to agree on one thing. The suspense was addictive. Philly hasn't felt this way in years, hanging on to every crumb of information as if the season depended on it. And maybe, in a way, it does, because a player like Hill doesn't just change plays, he changes belief. Meanwhile, social media continued spinning into a tornado of reactions, edits, and debates, with fans using every tool available to manifest Hill's arrival. Artists created realistic mock-ups of Hill in Eagles colors. Analysts stitched together highlight reels, imagining him catching bombs in Philly, and even parody accounts joined a frenzy by posting fake but plausible breaking news that fooled thousands. It became nearly impossible to tell what was real and what was manufactured excitement, but that didn't matter. The rumor had grown beyond facts. It had become a cultural moment. People compared the anticipation to waiting for a surprise album drop, refreshing their feeds every few minutes just in case something new surfaced. Even neutral fans started choosing sides, either rooting for the chaos or hoping the rumor fizzled out. No matter the perspective, Hill's name dominated conversations everywhere. And each passing hour without clarification only strengthened the belief that something massive was brewing behind the curtain. After all, silence in the NFL is often far more telling than denial. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.